Welcome back to another episode of The Basement. I'm your host, Wyatt Mency. Forest fires are spreading all along the West Coast that were apparently started by a gender reveal party that went just a little too far. The parents that held this gender reveal party are thinking of naming their baby something like Ember or maybe Ash. And the National Guard is going to be deployed this November to help defend America against cyber attacks during the election. And I'm just curious as to what this guy is going to do against a cyber attack. Is he going to shoot the computer? And even Microsoft has warned us about foreign countries that are going to tamper with the election. And the way that's phrased, it just sounds like Microsoft already knows which foreign countries are going to tamper with the election. What do you know that we don't, Microsoft? There is some good news, though. Middle school and high school students across America have stopped vaping. The number of kids that have been vaping have decreased dramatically in 2020 compared to past years because plenty of middle school and high school students have moved on to things like crystal meth. There is also a severe lack of poll workers in America this year due to the coronavirus. So if you would like to work the polls, you can sign up to work for 12 hours and expose yourself to coronavirus and get paid a very small amount of money. It sounds like a blast. Sign up to be a poll worker today. And Michael Bloomberg has said that he's willing to spend $100 million to beat Trump in Michael Bloomberg's must-win state of Florida. I didn't even know Michael Bloomberg was still a candidate. I didn't know you could still vote for him. But at this point, I guess it's anybody's win as long as you just stay alive longer than the other two. Moving on to our movie review for this week, Mulan, the new one, where a young girl has superhuman reflexes by the age of like 7 for almost no reason. And when creating this movie, Disney executives all sat down and made a list about what people loved about the animated Mulan. And they had two things on that list. They had Mushu, the dragon, and they had the singing. And they just decided to get rid of them and add a witch for this new live-action Mulan. I don't know what they were thinking. And the first half of the movie is super boring. It feels like watching a documentary. The second half is pretty good. It's pretty interesting. I enjoyed the second half. But it takes a toll on you to get through that first half. And do you think when they picked the actress for this movie, it kind of like hurt her a little bit? Because, Disney looked at her and said, it'd be pretty easy to make you look like a man. I mean, that couldn't have felt good. And the dad in this movie, I don't even know why Mulan went to war for him. He's super mean to her. If he was my dad, I would have just let him go to war. Did not seem like a fair trade. This episode of The Basement was brought to you by The Cutout. Are you going back to school virtually and don't want to show yourself on camera, but you can't turn your camera off because your teachers are making you have it on? Then you might like The Cutout. The Cutout is a cardboard cutout of yourself that you can put in front of your camera so it looks like you're there and your teacher will be none the wiser. If you want to get a cutout for yourself, all you have to do is email us a picture of your face and then we'll send you back a cardboard cutout of it and you just put it up in front of the camera so it looks like you're there attending your Zoom class and then you can go about your day doing whatever you want. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, then call The Cutout today. Thanks for watching another episode of The Basement. I'm your host, Wyatt Mency, and don't forget to let me know what movie you want me to review next time in the comments. I'll see you next time.